you think that bringing that group back would be what?
A disaster. I mean, you just saw what the last 2 years were like, and now you're bringing back not just Kevin, who doesn't want to be there anymore, but you're also bringing back Kyrie Irving, who you aren't showing loyalty to. And you were showing loyalty to him in the last couple of years, and he hasn't really wanted to play or wanted to do a lot of things for you. Can you imagine that? So you know who's rooting for the scenario of bring it all back and just, play this out. The tabloids. They want this. They want to see this thing melt down into the ground and then just roll into the East River and die. That's what they want to see. They want to watch this completely detonate because that makes great headlines. For years, it was, can the Nets win a championship in New York before the Knicks do? It's been 50 years. Can they do it? They might. They've got this team. They can do it. No longer is that the watch anymore. Now it's, boy, what more can happen with this? What else could go on? Wait, if Kyrie knows that they don't really have loyalty to him, what is he going to do now? How much is he going to do, or how little is he going to do for the team, knowing that I've got 1 year and then I'm out of here? So it wouldn't make sense to do it, but I understand the leverage part of it. What else can you do other than take an awful return for one of the great players of all time?
Yeah, they don't have to take a bad return right now. But Kyrie Irving, this is a contract year, and he did not get the extension he wanted with Brooklyn this year. And there were no real sign-and-trade scenarios out there where there were teams who were willing to commit to him long-term. He's going to have to show some things this year, some staying power, some being on the court, being productive. Now, once he does that, nobody's questioning Kyrie Irving's talent. So you do have that going for you if you're Brooklyn going into this.
Yes, let me pick that ball up and run with it as fast as I can. No, look, but I understand Kyrie Irving is as unusual a personality. I insert whatever adjective you want. I get it. He doesn't think the same way most people think, but he is, in the last year, not only of his current contract, but in his last year as a guy who's going to get paid like a superstar unless he plays like a superstar. And part of playing like a superstar is playing. We get that when he's on the floor, he plays like a superstar, but he has to be out there. So a motivated Kyrie Irving, look, if he's not motivated by the possibility of $200 million at the end of this rainbow, then I guess he's never going to be motivated by anybody. But mightn't he be? Is it inconceivable to think someone gets in Kyrie's ear and says, you do realize your last shot at ever getting another one of these monster contracts is actually to be on the floor this season and play great?
I mean, I think if we've learned anything about the Nets is that nothing is inconceivable. And it's the NBA where literally nothing is inconceivable.
Right.
So look, yeah, I think there's a scenario where these guys are all back. They find a way to make it work. Maybe Kevin changes his mind. But, all these things are possible. It's why this has been such a bizarre situation from the beginning.
Who is rooting for this? The New York Post, the New York Daily News, Newsday. This is what they want. They want these headlines because of that thought. Maybe Kyrie knows he's in a contract year and he's going to behave and he's going to show up and play 70 games and they're going to be a great team. But again, we have not seen that. And why hasn't he been motivated in the last couple of years to do that? We've seen him walk away from money, leave money, give up money. So I don't think that motivates him.
Because I think money has always seemed like something that was sort of a faucet that would never be turned off for him. But when someone says to him, you do realize you are right now like 8 months away from that faucet being turned off, maybe, just maybe, it all goes well. Because, Woj, you tell me what part of this I'm missing. The Nets' options are exactly what Alan just said. Take a diminished package for Kevin Durant, the best player in the league with 4 years left on his contract. That's an unprecedented trade asset. You can either take 50 cents on the dollar for that, or you can try and get this thing to work for one season, which you've never given it the opportunity to do. That's the logic I'm applying to the situation.
Yeah, Brooklyn has an owner in Joe Tsai who, my sense is not interested in taking a diminished trade package to just move him on, to move Kevin Durant out. And I think as long as you have an owner committed to getting the kind of trade package you want, you can play this out over time. And that's my sense in Brooklyn.
Well, and also, if you get into the season, potentially, like Adrian was talking about, you get to training camp, you get into the season. We saw this with, you covered the Carmelo Anthony trade saga. So we all did 10, 11 years ago. You get into the season, injuries happen, teams struggle, things start to change.
Just imagine a training camp of questions every day of Kyrie, demanding Kyrie, requesting Kyrie. Can you talk to the media? We want to ask you every day how you feel today. Imagine that every day, dude.
I get it.
And the Nets want that
scenario.
But then
the season starts.
I covered that with Stephon Marbury, and that was a disaster. disaster.
Understood. But what if, just what if, then the season starts and the questions start being, did you expect to be 7-0? Did you guys realize you were going to be 11-1? And then I'm just saying the questions can change. Answers rarely do.
Or an injury.
We'll see what happens. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.